KVK is officially over, and today I want to talk about how many kills each of my commanders got in the open field, as well as how many resources and how many speed ups I spent in this KVK against 1365 and 2489. If you guys are new here, this is Gainz Gaming. We create Rise of Kingdoms content, so if you do enjoy this video, do me a favor, drop a like and subscribe for more Rise of Kingdoms content. Now, this was a fun KVK, however, it was kind of a letdown with how much fighting we actually had. If you guys tuned into different live streams, you could see that, the fighting, as great as it was anticipated to be, it was not what I expected, to be honest. I expected a much more drawn out fight where there was much more fighting, when in reality, Water Camp was just way too strong against 1365 to really even create a balanced fight in any capacity. The only time that there was really a balanced fight is when there was extreme downtime from Water Camp, in which it was kind of like a stalemate, and then once uptime came back, it was pretty much just pushing them all the way back. So a lot of the fighting came from 1365 city popping us because they really couldn't do anything else. They couldn't win in the field, they couldn't win in a ball. If we marched toward them, they would all retreat. And so honestly, there wasn't really much they could do. And so city popping was really how we got most of our kills in the open field, especially during the downtime when I'm the most active, because of the different downtimes of 1175 and 1188, as well as the mostly European and American kingdom, my kingdom 1079. Now, I did cover a video already about the total stats of this KVK, but today, like I said, I want to talk about my individual stats with my commander pairings and how each march did in the open field, and also talking about what it cost me to get that many kills. So my total kills, right here, you can see I ranked 24 in my kingdom. After Kingsland finished, I basically was done fighting, and I was ranked like 15 or so when that happened. There was obviously some skirmishes afterwards, especially during Mightiest Governor, which I wasn't able to take part in. So that did bump me down a little bit in my overall ranking, but I still did finish ranked 24 in 1079, which I am very happy with. And I did actually receive an autarch testimony as well, so I will be able to get some extra rewards from that. Now, as you can see here, my starting power from KVK was 77.8 million, and now I'm sitting at 78 million. So you can see pretty much the same because of how many training bastions I had, and I did kill off plenty of troops in this KVK. You can see I did kill off 2.1 million, and as you can see in the picture, almost 900,000 T5 deads and 800,000 T4 deads. So mostly had T4 and T5 deads. Did kill off some siege though to get some extra speed ups when I had my hospital full and took advantage of that. Also did 75 million resource assistance to Shappy. If you guys know Shappy Gaming, he was always complaining about being broke, so I would constantly send him resources. I love this system that allows you to see exactly how many kills you got, how many kill points you gained. You can see I finished the Kingsland with 884 million kill points. I was wanting to hit 5 billion kill points. We did fall short by about 400 million, so that will be the goal for the next KVK. But you can see I did hit 454% of my contribution goal, which I'm super happy with. Obviously, we set it much higher than the previous KVK, but it was still very easy to hit. I believe I hit over 200% in the first fight alone. I had 36 million T5 kills and I had 15 million T4 kills. So really, really solid kills in this KVK as well, which, like I said, I do want to talk about the different commanders I used in this KVK and how many kills each of those commanders got. And so these were the pairings I was using during KVK. You can see I have zhuge with boudica. I also kind of experimented with zhuge and YSG to see how that would do depending on the murder ball situation. I had guan and scipio. I had Luce and Alex, Nevsky and Joan, and finally Hukabing and William. Now, I ran 5 marches for basically the entire KVK, so I had a total of about 51 million kills in KVK, and now we are going to show you exactly how each commander ranked in total amount of kills. So I used a total of 11 different commanders in this KVK, so we are going to be starting with number 11 on the total amount of kills, and that is YSG. And like I said before, I was kind of experimenting with YSG and how many kills that he was going to be able to give me. And, it was a very niche time that I was using him, when there was a huge murder ball or when there was a situation that I could get a ton of AoE value. That's when I was using YSG in place of my boudica. And so YSG finished with a total of 1,744,000 kills. And as you can see, that is a very microscopic amount compared to the total amount of kills I have from YSG, but he did finish with 1.7 million and was the last place commander for me. And like I said before, I was kind of changing him out with Boudica, which does bring us to our number 10 commander, which is Boudica Prime. Once again, also partly because I was kind of shifting in and out of where I was putting those commanders. But Boudica finished with just over 3 million kills with 3,032,000 kills, giving a total of 16,156,000. And so, Boudica didn't do great this KVK, and I have said multiple times, if I could reset one commander, it would probably be Boudica, because I would much rather have Henry in the open field than Boudica, but, just the squishiness of Boudica I don't love, and, she is a great commander, but personally, I just don't love how squishy she is, and I feel like if she gets targeted, even by one march, it automatically is a negative report. And so that's why I don't love Boudica, but she is number 10 on our list. Number 9 on our list is Guan Yu. Guan Yu finished with just under 3.3 million with 3,294,000 kills, giving a total of nearly 22 million for the total amount of Guan Yu. But Guan Yu I paired with Scipio during this KVK, and I was kind of mixing up Guan Yu Scipio, Guan Yu Alex, but for the most part I was using Guan Yu Scipio, which is a great pairing. And unfortunately, Guan, you can't really just look at his kills because he's not a commander that you're using to get a ton of kill points. He's a commander you're using for the silence, to let your other commanders do a ton of damage by silencing the enemy and then wreaking havoc. So when people say, oh, I don't get good trades with Guan Yu, they're looking at they want to have a 4-to-1 trade with Guan Yu, which just is not realistic. Having Scipio behind him helps a ton, but you're not looking like a Nevsky Joan kind of situation with Guan Yu because he's not that kind of commander. He's most notable for his silence. That's the biggest factor with Guan Yu. So he came in at number 9 with 3.3 million kills. Number 8 kind of shocked me because I was using him the entire KVK, and that is Zhuge, or Zhuge, however you want to say it. But Zhuge finished with 4,568,000 kills, giving a total of 9.7. This is my second KVK with Zhuge. So, averaging about 4.5 to 5 million kills each KVK so far with Zhuge, which isn't amazing. I mean, I would expect more from his AoE, but he did give me a ton of value from Barbarian kills this KVK. So I am pretty happy with that. But coming in the next place is Alexander the Great. Alex is just so underrated, to be honest. I mean, 49 million kills. That is just insane. He is a killing machine. I was using him, like I said, as a secondary with Guan and as a secondary with Luce, which, Luce and Alex, I was getting so much hate on using that in the open field. But honestly, it is such a good march. It is absolutely insane how great a trades you can get with Alexander the Great. No pun intended, but Alexander the Great finished with 4,856,000 kills. Very, very close to our next place, which is Scipio Prime. Another one that kind of shocked me. So Scipio Prime finished with 4,899,000. So just 40,000 more kills than Alex. And that brings my total for Scipio up to 25,361,000, but just under 5 million kills for this KVK for Scipio, which, I mean, as a secondary to Guan, that's pretty decent, the amount of kills that he got. But obviously, I have more optimism for Scipio. Like I said before, I was pairing him a little bit with Luce, which just is amazing. If you're only running one infantry march, Luce Scipio, Scipio Luce, that is the way to do it because it is just such a good march. And then coming in at number 5, the first commander over 5 million kills. If you have any guesses, go ahead and guess in your head. But that is William. William had over 5 million kills as KVK. He had 5,231,000 kills. Absolutely insane. Super, super happy with William's performance in this KVK. He was paired with Huka Bing, and those two are just a killing machine. They were absolutely phenomenal in KVK. Extremely happy with how they performed. If you are not using Huka Bing and William, you are missing out, man. So actually in number 4 is going to be Huka Bing, another commander that I am a huge advocate for. Huka Bing finished with 5,422,000 kills, giving a total of 6.9 million kills roughly. So the two of them almost identical, the amount of kills that they brought in, and they were just absolutely crazy in this KVK. And now we reach our podium. Coming in at number 3 this might actually shock some people that this commander got taken off the #1 podium, but that is Nevsky. Nevsky came in at number 3 with 5,501,000 kills, giving a total of nearly 40 million total kills, catching up to the original Alexander the Great, but still another 10 million off. But Alexander Nevsky, I mean, you can't go wrong with Nevsky. He is such a great commander that you really cannot go wrong with him. And coming in number 2, I'm sure you could guess it, but you might be wrong. Number 2 is actually Joan Prime. And Joan Prime is typically number 1 or number 2 for me in KVK, behind Nevsky or in front of Nevsky. And in this case, she is right in front of Nevsky, just barely, with 5,675,000 kills, just another 175,000 more, giving a total of just over 30 million total kills from Joan Prime, which is just phenomenal. And if you haven't guessed number 1 yet, you might be shocked, but you shouldn't be, because this guy is, in my opinion, right now the best commander in the game. And no, it is not Hermann Prime. It is Lu Che. Lu Che is the best commander in Rise of Kingdoms right now. I will put money on that. I would hands down say Lu Che is the best commander in Rise of Kingdoms right now. He came in at a whopping 6,567,000 kills, an entire million more kills than Nevsky and Joan. This is insane. He had more kills than my Boudica and my Guan and nearly my YSG combined throughout KVK. That is just absurd. The amount of damage that he does, the versatility that he brings to the game is just unmatched. You absolutely need to invest into Lu Che if you have not already. This is my first KVK using him, 6.5 million kills. You cannot go wrong with that. And you know, the gear on these commanders are great too, but I mean, he was just so good. You cannot go wrong with Lu Che. And so if any of those surprised you, feel free to drop that in the comments below. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, let me know in the comments below. Usually people really like to learn more about, you know, what went into the KVK, how each commander did. But thank you guys again for checking out the video. Have a great rest of your night. I'm excited for our next KVK, whoever the opponents will be. Thanks again for checking out the video. See you next time.